So let's figure out how to move our lasers up. Now that we can instantiate them in the appropriate place, we need to go ahead and actually fire them up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a new C# script and applying it to our laser prefab or laser object original here in the project view. So let's go ahead and create a new C# script. Right click, create C# script. Go ahead and call it laser. And when you're creating new C# scripts, think of them as creating behaviors for those objects. So this is the laser behavior. And when you're developing this, honestly, pretend you're the laser. Okay, so when we're in the player class, we're the player. When I press the input keys, I'm moving left and right. When I'm in the laser class, what happens once I'm in play? Once I'm instantiated, my void start gets called and then my update method gets called. So what is my behavior as a laser? Well, let's go ahead and write some pseudocode to define my behavior. I move up. I have a speed variable, right? I move up, say at 10 speed. So I move up at 10 speed. And maybe that's it. That's all I do, right? I just move up. So let's go ahead and create that. So my laser has a speed. So I have a public float speed equals, let's go ahead and say 10.0f. And then how do I move myself up? So moving myself up is transform.translate. And remember, when we type transform, we're getting the transform of the object we're attached to. This script is attached to the laser. So I'm getting the laser's transform and I'm translating it up. So we're going to say vector3.up multiplied by our speed value. And then don't forget we need real time. So time.delta time. Let's go ahead and save this and test it out. You'll now notice that when we spawn a laser or when we instantiate a laser, it now shoots directly up. So now we have a working laser and it's awesome. However, check out the hierarchy. You'll notice that in the hierarchy here, that it's entirely cluttered with lasers that are infinitely going up forever. Now this is poor performance and this is just poor practice right here. We always want to clean up our objects when they're out of view. The reason is that it's constantly making calculations and it's slowing down the performance of our game. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to destroy the objects when they go out of scene. So for instance, if I go ahead and shoot my laser and then pause it, at what point does my laser disappear off the scene? If I select my laser in the hierarchy view and then drag my mouse into the scene view and hit the F key, I can focus in on my laser. From there, I can drag it up in the inspector. And as you can see, looking in the game view, at about 6. So at about 6 on the Y, my laser is indefinitely out of view of my player. So what I'm going to want to do is destroy the object. So looking at it from a pseudo standpoint, what I want to do here is if position on the Y of my laser is greater than or equal to, say, 6, destroy the laser. So now it comes down to how do we destroy the laser. So I'm going to leave that to you guys and I'll see you in the challenge review.